both of us started exploring the web, and we said, let's see where we can find some work. So we found work, and the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People landed in my lap. And literally it did land in my lap, because I just made one call. The gentleman at the other line said, well, we're looking for trainers. Why don't you come over to Gurgaon, and we'd like to speak to you. I go there, I go through the training. The next day the training started, and within a week I was training. I was on the floor. I did that program for 7 years. That program changed me 360 degrees. Every time I did that program, every time I watched Dr. Stephen Covey speak on a video, something in me stirred. And every time something deeper stirred. And at that point in time, I didn't realize it. But again, you connect the dots in hindsight, right? So I realized that there is something here which I need to explore. Throughout that 7-year journey, I changed. I changed dramatically, I changed internally, I changed externally, but the real change was the inner game that I changed for myself. And then came the third phase. So I had done enough of my disappointments, and of course there were a couple of other stories about family members cheating you, your relatives cheating you, but I won't get into that. So anything that doesn't kill you make you stronger, right? So between raising a child all by myself, between looking after my mom, my adoptive mom who I was living with, between managing my studies and my work, and I took a vow for myself that I will be independent. I will not be financially dependent on anyone. And managing the court cases that were around me, I did it all. And I did it very confidently. And I said, I didn't have a path ahead of me, but I had the confidence in myself. And that's what helped me all these years. So now over to stage 3, which is the awakening. So the stage 2 spills over stage 3. So enter stage 3, and my son tells me after his class 10th that, Mom, I'd like to go abroad and study, and I would like to go and live with Dad. Now there comes another dip, okay? And I looked at him, but by the time I had pretty much built a lot of resilience in myself internally, so I'm not the type to break down easy. So I looked at him and I said, okay, let's talk about this. Why do you want to go? He says, I have nothing. India doesn't give me anything. I need to go abroad and explore. And I could literally hear myself mirrored back after all these years, because that's exactly what I did when I finished my grade 10 and I moved outside of India. So I couldn't stop him. I said, okay, go ahead. I went through a phase with my son for about 4 years where he would barely talk to me. He would not confide in me. In fact, he started finding faults in me. So apart from everything else that I'm dealing with, now I'm dealing with this. And I had no one to talk to. Because I couldn't talk to my mom, she would break down. She was in worse shape than I was. I couldn't talk to my family because I knew they would be really emotionally embroiled in the whole thing. So then destiny had another card for me. I was invited to attend a transformational workshop, and I did. And they chose me to be one of the facilitators to go through this transformational work and start doing this workshop for other people. It was a grueling workshop. It was over 3 phases of about 15 days at a time. We had to go off site. We were cut off from the rest of the world. It was just you. It was just you, and you getting deeply into yourself. The good, the bad, the ugly, the dark, the black, everything came out. I don't think there was a single person in that workshop that didn't break down multiple times. There wasn't a single person in that workshop that wasn't totally confused. There wasn't a single person in that workshop who had no idea what the hell was going on. But what happened post that workshop was the awakening. So we went through that journey, and you started realizing things about yourself. And it was literally like self-realizations at many, many different stages. So today I work as a leadership coach. I am a certified coach from International Coach Federation. I have been doing it for 12 years. I have been doing leadership trainings for now over 18 years. My son and my relationship is stronger than before because I applied everything I learned with him, and it works. It absolutely works. My relationship with a lot of people In fact, you won't believe, but my relationship with my exes has also improved because I used these tactics. Am I a more confident woman? Absolutely. Do I regret anything? Nothing. If I had to go back and do it all again, would I do it? In a heartbeat. Because the learning is immense. And I totally, and in my work, I meet a lot of men, women, children, youth, and I keep telling people a few things. So these are my lessons learned, and if it can help you, why not? Lesson number 1, believe in yourself, no matter where you are in life. If you're alive and kicking, then believe me, you are in a good place. Lesson number 2, focusedly, doggedly work on yourself. I mean, you should have a goal. Even if you don't have a clear goal, you should have a path in mind and just work through it, whatever it takes. Number 3, develop yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. All 4 pillars are so important. It does not mean that you have to be religious minded for spirituality. No, spirituality to me is discovering yourself. So find yourself. If you cannot find it, please get a coach who will help you with it, because it is an immensely freeing experience. And there is nothing in the world that even comes close to it. All right? And then pass it on. You know, you are in a place of bliss. You have been given the gracious gift of awakening. Please pass it on to others. And today in my life, I happily talk to people from all ages. I try to help people from all ages. I try to build their self-confidence up. I try to give them the power, and a lot of transformation happens because I tell them about my own life stories. And I wish you all the very best. Thank you so much.